Ibrahima Diallo, Rolando Mancilla-Rojas, and Kabbo Sultan are students from the Marcy Lab School studying data analytics and trying to empower underrepresented communities with their analytical work. Beyond the Bus, a spatial and socio-economic analysis of MTA bus violations, explores the intricacies regarding the data collected from this A system by looking through a socio-economic spatial lens. Check out their work, links in the description box below.
Hello, so my name is Rolando Mancilla-Rojas. I came with my team, Nova Alpha, who is Ibrahima Diallo and Kabbo Sultan. You'll meet them in a minute. I come from the Marcy Lab School, and our presentation is about the MTA Bus Automated Camera Enforcement, also known as ACE, this system and how it is affecting poverty rates across New York City. So to begin, this is the initial project that we did for Datathon 2025. You can see here, this underlying blue part represents the poverty rates across New York City, and the overlaid orange density represents the ticket densities in these areas. So just visually, you can see immediately that there's a big area in the Bronx. And this is what we saw too, so that's what we decided to look into. And so to really just look into this, we conducted a statistical test. We conducted ANOVA to find that there is a statistical significant correlation between bus ticket violations and the poverty rates in these areas. So moving forward, to really put a number to these violations, really see how much it has its effect, we decided to conduct how much money these issue tickets should report. So just for reference, the first ticket issued should be $50. The second ticket is $150. The third ticket is $200, and fourth and subsequent tickets are going to be $250. Calculating that with all the repeat offenders, we can see the biggest number, which was reported last year, was $132 million, 132 and a half, which is a lot of money, and that's going to be across 623 buses over 14 routes. And we just have a couple of KPIs here as well. We can see that there's 1.3 million tickets issued from this program. We see over the entire lifetime, there was about $166 million reported from it. And the unique amount of cars that were reported were about 755,000. So moving forward, we decided to look into the housing as well in the Bronx, because this is also another area that has a big issue in the Bronx. And I'll pass it over to Ibrahima.
Hello everyone, my name is Ibrahima Diallo. I'm a fellow data analyst at the Marcy Lab School. So I did the housing analysis for this part. And the first thing we look at in housing is the housing affordability ratio. And we found that across New York City, around 34% of people spend their income in housing. But in low-income area like Bronx and Brooklyn, more people spend their income in housing. Around 45 and 50% of their income is only spent in housing, and that means they don't have a lot of money to spend in other things like food or other utility, invest money in education and healthcare. So the second thing here, if we zoom at this part here in the Bronx, we can see there's a lot of density here in this part. So many people have no many access to housing here. So the next thing that I look at after the housing affordability ratio is the percentage of housing below the poverty line, and citywide, about 17% of all people living in New York City are living below the poverty line. And if we look at to the Upper East Side here in Manhattan, so we can see here around this part in Lower Manhattan, from the Upper East Side, the poverty line is as low as 8%. So that means people are just low income communities have no access to housing from this chart if we look at it. So Kabbo?
So what's next? I just want to make sure that it's known that we are not blaming MTA for these systemic issues. We're just finding a correlation between uh, the impact of the MTA and the areas it's affecting the most. In terms of what to do about this, We have two recommendations. The first one is the Bronx Defenders. It's a nonprofit organization representing low income people in court. They push forward with the mission to radically transform how low income people in the Bronx are represented in the justice system. And the second one would be the Bronx Neighborhood Housing Services, which basically provides like financial education and counseling when it comes to housing. Um, they provide all sorts of services with the mission to revitalize communities and address emerging needs to empower residents to achieve self-sufficiency. If you guys are interested, you can scan the barcode right now to donate. Thank you.